Welcome back to the Avery Selection Show. I'm Trey. That's Bobby. It's been a it's been an interesting weekend. It's been fun. I think I got the tech stuff figured out. If we're rushing, it's working right now. So that's why. If you think we're rushing, it's working. But it was a good weekend for our teams. Kind of just beating people up type of weekend for your college teams. High school playoffs are getting smaller and smaller. Some worked out the way we thought they would, and some was just kind of like, wow. Then shout out a little bit of high school basketball. Gaston City doing something I think they should have been doing for a long time. We got a Litchfield
Oh yeah.
throwback, and we got a Gaston High throwback last night. So, and the Titans I think are 5-0, 3-0, 5-0, something like that. So, it's
I
a lot
think it's
good
six.
going on.
I think they're 6-0 right now, but I'm not sure. But
Even
he did
better.
to get all. Yeah, he did get all three high schools. He has an Emma Southern throwback. They'll break them out soon. So
I don't know how they swung that, but that's dope. They should have been doing
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They should have been doing that.
yeah. Shout out to Ralph Graves, man. He broke out the Litchfield unis
Man,
in their first game ever.
everybody was still like, what?
Yeah, yeah. And then last night they broke out the Gas and High uni. So
I know
hey,
you was happy about that one.
yeah, I was happy. Hey, Litchfield and Gas and High. Hey,
I'm excited to see the Sansa ones how they did those. I'm excited because that's just cool. And then with the Litchfield, it had the big L with the eagle on the pants. I was like, that
yeah,
looks just how they used to when they were in high school.
yeah,
So it's so cool. So like you said, shout out to
yeah.
Ralph Graves. The Gas City High School basketball team seems to be legit.
Well, the first polls came out and they ranked number one, so we'll see if they can hold it.
Man, I seen the video. I don't know who it was that dunked. I think they said he's a freshman or a sophomore. Got the ball under the rim, up under, one handed on somebody. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that would be Mr. Trayvon Parnell, man. He's a sophomore.
2028, yeah. So I was just like,
Yeah,
the water is different nowadays.
yeah,
Different
exactly,
nowadays.
exactly.
So hopefully, Gaston City's got a super team on their hand. Finally, do something to make us a city of champions once again.
Yeah,
But getting back into the football spirit once again, headlines this week. We'll start with headline number one, which has been the headline last couple of weeks. Everybody's been fired. Starting to get some hirings in there. We're down, I think, for sure, we're down to 12 jobs now. James Franklin, we said last week he was in talks, but I think once we got out the show, I think maybe the next day I think they
yeah.
officially went ahead, made that official. James Franklin will be the coach of Virginia Tech. He's the coach now at Virginia Tech. So I think that's a good get for Virginia Tech. They need some consistency, especially somebody that can be consistently good. And that's what James Franklin was at Penn State. You could argue that he really didn't really deserve to be fired. I mean, he was winning. There's not you can't complain about wins. They didn't lose but more than I think 3 or 4 games in a season. So that's just what you want to think. But Virginia Tech, I think that they needed that consistency. What do you think this does for that Virginia Tech hire?
I think they hit a home run. I think James Franklin will go in there with something to prove, and he probably going to work harder than he worked at Penn State. So Virginia Tech may be back on the map.
And I will say, from a environmental standpoint, to go from Happy Valley and the whiteout to the sandstorm at Virginia Tech, that's not a bad environment switch, really.
Yeah. Yeah, they got one of the greatest interests in college football. Man, they enter the Sandman, and hey, the stadium be
They
rocking.
just need a good team consistent basis. And I think and a lot of recruits, because I was looking at something, there Penn State had the most decommitments. So obviously it was him that they were drawn to. So if he can take
Yeah.
10, 12 of those commits to come in, Virginia Tech might cook with some grease in his first year.
Oh yeah. If he can get at least five good ones to come that was committed to Penn State to come to Virginia Tech, and he may even get a couple of transfers from Penn State.
That was
You
gonna be the
know?
next thing. He could get some in
Yeah.
the portal. They're like, because me personally, I don't think you should ever commit to a coaching staff. Really, I think you
Right.
should commit to the school. But I mean, sometimes in this day and age, that's really those guys are there to play sports most of the time. So I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna go with that coach.
Yeah. In this day and age, a lot of those guys are committed to the coach, not necessarily the school. So if the coach jumps ship and they got a chance to go with him, they'll probably go ahead. Like a few guys followed Dion from Jackson State to Colorado, which was an up move for them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Kalen DeBoer brought 4 or 5 of them guys from Washington,
And
Alabama with him.
whether you want to argue, they're probably the best guys on the team that he brought with
Yeah,
him too.
yeah, So they playmakers. So if you can get your big time playmakers and a couple of your big time recruits to come with you, it's a good starting place for you at Virginia Tech.
Because once I said he'll have the environment. That's a good recruiting pitch. He'll have the environment. They have the fan base. No matter what, most of the time those they show up. Sure, they might leave early because the teams get beat, but they have a chance to play in front of a lot of fans that are hungry for just to have a good football team. So I think that was
Oh yeah,
a good hire for Virginia Tech. I'm trying to think. We still got LSU still up in the air. They say they got their guy, but we all know Lane Kiffin's a big wild card. We'll talk about him in a second. But Auburn's still looking for their coach. Florida's still looking for their coach. Penn State, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, UCLA. So still a good bit of openings. UAB, I think, still looking for their coach as well. So there's a. So I think we're still both in agreement. The safest, I think, is Penn State for a hire. I think you'll get 5 years minimum there at Penn State. The most high profile LSU, Florida. Either one of those is going to be your most prolific job.
yeah. Now Florida State did come out on record and say they was going to retain Mike Norvell. So I think he
I
may be
think
okay.
you like Mike Norvell. You've been a fan of Mike Norvell, so you like that. You like that
Yeah.
move. I would assume.
I love Mike. I love Mike. I said when he went to Florida State, if they would give him time and backing, he was going to have him in a good spot. In which that one season they went undefeated, just didn't make the playoffs for whatever reason. But
I mean, people were mad at Bama for that. Should have been mad at Texas. That's a whole
yeah,
other.
yeah, it's a whole other show. But Mike Norvell is a great coach. I don't care what anybody say. I know him up firsthand and up personal, man. He's a great guy.
Like with you being an alumni in Memphis too, like there was times y'all get to have those conversations with the head guy in charge, just from the because Memphis cares about their alumni. People don't really see a lot of it, but a lot of those alumni
Right,
are pretty much at every home game. I know for sure. You're at as many as you can be at. So I think
right.
you've been able to build that relationship with Norvell, and then is it Summerall? Is the coach now? Is that his name?
Phil.
Yeah, him. And so you're able to kind of gauge, and these guys seem it, but it seems like they're trying to get your guy out of there now too. Like Arkansas is trying to get that guy out of there.
Yeah, they trying to, but I think Ryan's there. I think Ryan's there for the long haul. He said that when he got the job, he wanted to be there 20 years and make his a mainstay out of it. Because Memphis is not a bad place. We just gotta find.
They win a lot.
Right, we went in and you got to find a team that's going to consistently finish and hopefully can make this playoffs run one time. And they still pushing to get in a major conference. So if we ever get in a major conference, there's going to be some problems.
I would think that, and then UAB. I think UAB is a underrated job, but I also think it's a stressful job, especially with some stuff that went on. Don't know what was going on down in Birmingham this past weekend. I don't know. Trash talking your teammates, I guess, went wrong. I'm not too sure. But UAB,
Yeah.
it could be a good spot, but it also does have its cons. So I kind of see why some coaches kind of want to stay away from it. But what do you think they need to do at UAB to kind of reel it in?
Like I told you a few weeks ago, I mean, they either need to go back to the old school and try to talk Bill Clark out of retirement, or they need to hire one of them high school coaches that I named, Josh Niblett, Jay Gaines, Mark Friedman, one of those guys like that.
And all those guys know the area. That's one because
They know the area.
Birmingham is a hotbed. I don't mean it don't matter from 1A to 7A. It's a hotbed. And there's guys that want to play at that next level that can play at that next level that just kind of get overlooked, especially now
Right.
with this transfer portal era.
Well, and if they're gonna go with the high school coach like they did with Trent, I'd have to go Josh Nibley first, then Freeman, and then Gaines.
Yeah.
I try in that order because Josh is a proven winner. He's won everywhere he's went. He left Alabama, went to Georgia, and what the first year or second year went to the state game with Gainesville, Georgia.
Yeah, first or second year won a state championship.
Oh, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but hey, the man's a proven winner. So hey, give him a shot
So we'll
if
see.
he wants it.
We'll see if this coaching carousel. I think maybe by season's end, maybe by mid-December, we'll kind of have our who is where, what jobs are left, if there's any jobs left open. Headline number 2. I told Dad about this one. The Kiffin carousel is what I'll call it. Lane Kiffin is he's a certified troll. I will say he does know how to use Twitter.
Yeah, he is.
Lane
Yes,
Kiffin
he
knows
is.
how to use Twitter, but
Yeah.
he's been offered 90 million for the contract, $25 million in NIL for the roster. So
Mhm.
and they're still questioning if he's leaving or not. I don't know, Dad. That one he's a hard guy to figure out. So I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, it's been rumors that he's talking to Nick Saban about that job because Nick came from LSU too,
Yeah.
and the ins and outs, and with that type of contract and that type of money to build a squad, I mean, it's gonna be real hard to stay in Oxford.
I don't know. It's just uh it seems like he built a home, an actual home at Ole Miss. So I feel like LSU, I guess it's a step up. I mean, you're in the SEC. If he stays, he leads them to the first 11 win season. If they beat Mississippi State this coming Friday in the Egg Bowl, you're gonna get a playoff spot. So I'm not really too sure what the move is to LSU unless it's just purely monetary.
Like I said, they're gonna make it real hard for him to stay in Oxford.
90,
I mean,
90, 90 M's, man.
yeah, 90 M's and 25 for the roster. I mean, Ohio State won the national championship with a $30 million roster last year. So, hey, 25 million to get a guy to come to the SEC and play.
Man, you got out of this coaching thing too early, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness! But I bet you, Lane could build a deep roster at LSU with 25 million.
Well, I mean, he'll have 60, 75 off the rip just because it's LSU. He'll find
Right.
what is it, 100 scholarships now they got? Have they signed that yet? Is it 100, I guess?
I think they did. Yeah.
Because they're trying to get rid of the walk-ons, which I do not agree with at all. The walk-ons they make your program what it is, but that's the NCAA doing NCAA things.
Yeah.
But he'll find those other 25 that he needs at LSU. He'll have 75 already that he needs. The other 25 will come just because he's at LSU and it's Lane Kiffin.
Oh, definitely. We'll probably know by this time next week when we start filming. We'll probably know what Lane Kiffin is going to do.
And to be fair, Lane Kiffin probably still don't know what he's going to do. I think he just wakes up and he's like, all right, I'm going to do this. I genuinely think that's how he works.
Hey, Lane's a different cat. I like that man. I like him.
And he's still fairly young. He's what, late 40s?
Yeah. He's younger than me.
Yeah, he's still young, and he relates more to the generation, and he knows how to play with them like they do. You see this guy, he goes over on the sideline. They have a basketball hoop for big play. I think it's for touchdowns and big plays. So he goes over there and throws his players oops when they get a big play. So he'll be all right.
Yeah, Lane still like to have fun, man. So hey, I believe this is my wholehearted opinion. I believe Lane's going to LSU.
I mean, I do too. It's just I guess it's just where you stand personally. I guess I don't really see it going from Ole Miss to LSU as a big step up. It is. I guess people look at it, but to me, it's really not. It's same conference, but I mean, I guess name wise,
it ain't just name wise. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I've been to Oxford and Ole Miss, and I've been to LSU, and the facilities and all to go with it, the alumni, the money, the booster. LSU is a bigger fish than Ole Miss.
Well, that's from being Alabama. Mississippi's a cesspool anyway. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in Mississippi myself, but
that's a different topic. But
I wouldn't want to be in Mississippi, but
think about it though. You probably didn't think about it. It's probably the only big name D1 in Louisiana.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you got Louisiana, Lafayette, and Tulane, and people like
Nichols
that. But, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, but they're kind of like Miami. It's like they used to do, how they used to cut off Howard Schnellenberger. If you watch the U documentary, it said they went up to Orlando, over to Tampa, and they cut it off to where that was the state of Miami. You can do that in Baton Rouge just by itself.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge could probably find 50 guys, and they'd win a national championship if they had if it was right.
Yeah. LSU got the name of the whole state. Ole Miss, you got Mississippi State, still, another SEC school. Alabama, you got Auburn, another SEC school.
It's different down here. It's different down here, though.
It's different. So he has nobody else to fight in the state.
That's true.
For the top people. So,
like you said, I think like Dad said, by this time next week, we'll probably know what Lane Kiffin.
Oh, we'll know. Oh, definitely, we'll know.
Number 3 headline of the week: high school playoffs. They're continuing. They're kind of going how we thought. There was a couple games last week. I was like, didn't kind of see it going that way. But for the overall picture, what we're looking at, especially the games we have picking a little bit later, it kind of all looks like what we thought would be. Coosa at Pisgah, that one kind of lined up where we thought. Piedmont at Mars Hill. Mars Hill's for real. I apologize.
Right.
they're for real. Piedmont at Mars Hill. You got Anderson at Plainview. Seen that one coming. And then who is Jackson's playing? Is it Saint or Philip Rivers? So
yeah, St. Michael.
Kind of thought that would be that matchup. Moody, I didn't think Scottsboro would be here this far in 5A, but Moody, we kind of seen that coming. 6A, Clay and Muscle Shoals. That's kind of up in the air in the north. You know, that was really hard to not really hard to fit that, but the north was kind of up in the air. It just depended on what Clay did, and Clay's still kind of proving they're still Clay. So, but once Parker went out, I think 6A, everybody was kind of like, it's really anybody's ball game. Then Clay just decides they're still the Monstars of the north.
Yeah, definitely.
And then 7A, it's Opelika and Thompson, which I think the state championship game was probably Friday. That was played at Thompson.
Oh, I told you last week. Yeah, it's state championship.
That was probably the state championship. I know Opelika and Auburn. I think they had a close game, so I know that atmosphere was probably insane down there. Right. You got 9 minutes of separation schools. Everybody don't like each other. They go to the other one. So I know that was insane. So the high school playoffs in Alabama almost over. Dad, was there anything unexpected you seen from anybody, or is it kind of playing where you
Not for me. You know, I went 10-0 in high school picks, so I went
10-0. Shout out.
So it's kind of like what I expected to go. So you know what I mean? Yeah.
But you went 10-0 last week. I was 8-2. I guess, yeah. Fairview, and Scottsboro. Well, like we said, Scottsboro had been good to you all year, and Fairview had been good to me too. So that one was just kind of, it really was just a 50-50 there.
Yeah, and it came down to a field goal too, I think.
16-14. 16-14. It was like they kicked, Scottsboro kicked one like a minute and a half left. So it was,
I was less than that. I think, minute 6.
So, you know, that was a good game there. And then Geraldine got beat down.
Hey, I'm gonna watch some film on Mars Hill this week, man.
Well, see, I don't like private school, so I was hoping Geraldine would pull that surprise like they did a couple years ago. But man, Mars Hill was like, that ain't happening. That's not happening this year.
Yeah, Mars Hill the real deal. So we gonna see what Piedmont can do with him. But hey,
and then that man, he's still running loose down at 1A. So
always. I think that man had 5 or 6 Friday night.
Man, there's some dudes. You got him, and then Sedarian Morgan and Benjamin Russell, the dog down in the South region. Then you got Cromwell at Jackson, averaging 300 yards a game in the playoffs right now. The water, like I said, the water nowadays in high school is different. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to a good, an exciting week with the high school playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dad, if you want to run them down, we'll run them down last week to see where everything went wrong for me.
Yeah,
because I went, I think in total 11-5. I think, and then I'll pop it up. Yours was 9-5, and yours was 11-3. I think
11-3.
I think that's 14 on both.
Yeah. That college spread stuff ain't.
It ain't, man.
That's why I don't gamble, because I be picking the wrong stuff.
And I was fairly close on the spreads though, so I'm happy about that.
Hey, that was all right right there. But anyway, the first one's in the 2A. We had Pisgah that went to Southeastern. Pisgah took care of business.
Hey, Southeastern, they had a heck of a year. It was a good game too. It wasn't a blowout like some people thought it would be. It was actual a good game. Right. Kind of wet outside, but shout out to Southeastern for having a good year there.
Right. Then Tuscaloosa Academy came over to Coosa. Yeah, they saw that man, Kalen Johnson. Yeah,
that boy K5, man, he's sophomore. That's crazy.
It was too much K5 all night. And then we already mentioned Geraldine traveled up to Mars Hill and
got dealt with.
Had a long ride home.
They got dealt with.
Yeah, had a long ride home. So I was like, ooh, boy. And Gordo came over here to Piedmont and he had a long ride home too.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. And then Plainview went in and went into Good Hope, beat them 28-7. So they
Brewer
Plainview
boys balling, man.
boys, yeah. Jeremy got the defense playing a little bit, so it's going to be interesting. And then Anderson went up and handled Dessler. I didn't think they handled them like they did up there, but
there's a lot of people celebrating that win. We'll just say that.
Yeah, a lot of people are. So we'll talk about that game next week. And Scottsboro made that short trip to Fairview and handle business.
I had Fairview. Hey, like we said, that they have been good to Scottsboro. Been good to that all year. Fairview's been good to me. Yeah. So it's a true 50-50 there.
That was Fairview's first loss of the year. They was undefeated. So shout out to Scottsboro for going in there and giving the L. Homewood had to go over to Clay, and
Clay doing Clay things, man.
Yeah. And then most of the shows went into Mountain Brook and handled them a little bit, roughed them up. It was 24-7, but I knew it was gonna be kind of like that. And then the state championship game, in my opinion, Thompson went to Central Phoenix City.
Hey, shout out to Thompson getting that win at Central Phoenix City, though. I mean, that's still a tough place to play.
Yeah, and Pat Nixon went for the gusto. They went for 2 to win the game down there at the end, and it came up just about a half a yard short. The guy made a good tackle for Thompson to keep him out of the end zone. They beat him 35-34, which should have been the state championship game. That would have been a great atmosphere for a state championship game.
Well, your 7th state champions will probably be Thompson. So we'll just put that out there.
Oh, I'm going on record. Thompson. Over Opelika.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. Probably.
I ain't gonna do this. We'll go big. You know what I'm saying? Opelika gonna have to show me something. I'm gonna have to call my boy Brian Barnett, one of my former teammates up in Memphis. He played at Opelika. He always tell me he want Opelika and Gadsden City to play. He want us to play each other, but we'll see.
Especially after the emotional toll, we'll see if those guys, if they can get any type of juice. Because I know you're playing for a state championship, but man, they just had to play it it was an emotional game for them. So we'll see if the emotions can dwindle and they can make it a game.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And then on the college front, we went open under spreads. We had Eastern Illinois at Bama with a 56 and a half spread.
That's the only one I got. That's the only one that I got.
I went over and I missed it by half a point. Bama won 56-0.
And I think it was actually, we went by hour spreads, but I think the actual one was 59.5. I was close. I think I said 55, or I think it's 55.5. So I went over and won that one. So
they won 56, and they probably should have had 59, but somebody missed the field goal. We ain't gonna talk about it.
They're doing that enough for you, brother.
Yeah, I know it, boy. And then Mercer went into Auburn, man, and
didn't see that coming.
We didn't know Auburn was going to bring out the true freshman quarterback, and he did his thing.
Deuce Knight had like 200 on the ground, 4 touchdowns. He had 200 in the air, 3 touchdowns, I think. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
We didn't have him on the scouting report, so. But that was 55.5.
Lost that. I went under.
I went under too.
They won 62-17.
Yeah. Auburn put up 62.
They got the spread by themselves. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, exactly. And Jack State. Oh man, yeah. Jack State went to FIU
tripping.
They lost. I went over on 50.5.
I went over with the Jack State win. I lost. They lost, and he went under 27-21. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You can't give Cam Cook the ball 40 times and make him do everything. The brother had like 40 carries, like 150 yards. He can't do everything.
Yeah. And then USC and Oregon. That was 16.5. I went under on that one. That's the only one I got. So
yeah. So,
and of course, them boys had an open date.
They needed it. They've been tripping too. They needed it.
Yeah, they needed to go find themselves for a minute. So hopefully they have over the last week and the next 3 days, because they play Thanksgiving night. So hey,
hope they ain't full.
Nah, they won't be. We're gonna starve them. Can't eat out the game,
That'd make a lot of people play well. That would make a lot of people play well.
Yeah. You win, you get a whole feast. If not, beans and weenies,
That would be awful. That would be absolutely. That would be
Yeah.
absolutely
Beans and
awful.
weenies on Thanksgiving will be terrible, boy. Oh, boy. But then this week got the semifinals, week 14. What you looking forward to, man? You looking? I put that man on the game just for you to pick him.
Oh yeah,
Wadley.
yeah, the first game Watley and Addison. Yeah, Wadley
Going to
by a
add
million. Wadley by a million, bro.
got Wadley by me. Hey, Mr. Wilkes. Man, I like it. 6'4", 240 running back 1A.
And I want to.
Oh man.
That should be illegal.
Yeah.
Most of these teams only got 18 players, bro. That should
Yeah.
be illegal. I got to
Yeah.
tackle this dude, and I'm the only one that's playing. No.
Yeah, then they have to go turn around and play defense, you know what I mean? And have to tackle them later.
Nah,
That's why
I'm good.
That's where it don't get fair, man. Hey, then we got that man K5. K5 and Kusa going to Pittsburgh, man.
Hey, that's gonna be. I think this will be their toughest test. I genuinely think this will be Kusa's toughest test of the year. I'm still going Kusa. I mean, that to me, it's a no brainer. They're the best team in 2A, but this will be a game for them, I think.
Yeah, I'm going with K5 and Kusa and Rush in the crew. 3A Piedmont traveling north to Mars Hill.
I'm still going Piedmont. I'm still going Piedmont, but Mars Hill's legit, bro.
Yeah. Good. I'll go Mars Hill so we have something different. Yeah, they legit. I mean, pick reason I got to take them. You know, but the next game is the game of the week for me. Gonna be Anderson going up to Plainview. Like I said, they played in the Jamboree to start the year off. So, you know,
this could
time,
be
all the tables.
This could be where Jeremy Pruitt kind of shines a little bit if he can figure out a way to slow down the Anderson offense. Because Anderson's got firepower. Quarterback, running back, receivers, they got firepower. I'm going Anderson, but it wouldn't surprise me, especially with the defensive genius that Jeremy Pruitt is, if he figures out a way to slow down that offense.
Yeah, I think Jeremy been game planning for this game for about 2 weeks, I believe. You know, but I can't go against the Bulldogs right now. I'm still cheering with them.
Oof.
But yeah, I'm like you though. I wouldn't be surprised if Plainview won, but I don't think either one of them will last next week. But
you got to play that other man.
Yeah, because I'm even though we'll talk about it, but even though they lost to the team in the regular season, I think that man got something for him in the semifinals. They just been there before, so I think they got something for him. And then at 5A, Moody travels to Scottsboro.
I think Moody. I think this is where Scottsboro. I've been betting against them all year, but I genuinely think this might be where the Cinderella run ends for Scottsboro. Tyler Van and the Wildcats, because Moody. I think it's just too much Moody. I'm gonna go Moody there.
Yeah. Even though they've been good to me and they playing at home, I'm going against them this week. I'm gonna go with Blue Devils a movie.
Hey, it's hard to beat a recruiting budget, brother.
Well, you know, yeah. And this one gonna be good too. Hey, Clay travels to most of the shows. Most of the shows eliminated Clay in the second round last year. So I'm sure Clay got a little something in the back of their head about going up there last year and losing.
I don't think they lose twice in a row. I think Clay goes to the state championship there.
Yeah, I'm saying we played both teams and both teams are good, but Clay's a different monster. Give me Clay. Give me Clay up there at most of the shows. And then Thursday night, we're not doing spread this week. I put a few college games on there. Navy travels to Memphis. We needed a couple weeks. We've been tripping for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh no, man! Let's go. That's a tough Thanksgiving game to play.
Give me the Tigers, man.
I might have to go with the armed forces on this one.
I'm not against Navy. Hey, Navy recruited Avery, my nephew, real hard. We was kind of hoping he'd go to Navy, but he ended up choosing another school. But I always had respect for the Navy program after they recruited him and how I seen how they run things up there. But hey, they coming to the Liberty Simmons Bank Stadium, man, on Thanksgiving night. Give me the Tigers.
I'm gonna go with the Naval Academy. Just pick reasons. I'm going with the Naval Academy.
I understand. And then the Egg Bowl Friday night. Oh,
I don't know. There's a lot going on, man. It's a lot of distraction going on. Lane, he's probably telling his players one thing, making them, focus. I'm gonna go Ole Miss, but this one, you never know. Egg Bowl is kind of like an Iron Bowl. You
Yeah,
genuinely never know. I'm going Ole
yeah,
Miss, but it wouldn't surprise me if Mississippi State pulls it out either.
yeah. The team with the losing record has won a lot of times in this game. So, but I'm gonna stick with Lane and Ole Miss because they got playoff implications and they got to try to hold serve, so to speak. So I'm looking for them to come out and ball, make the playoffs. Texas A&M travels to Texas. Now Arch was responsible for 6 touchdowns this week.
Oh, bet.
So
Give me A&M then. Give me A&M then.
you already know where I was going. He had a good week this week. He's gonna play terrible this week. Give me Texas
Hey
A&M.
man, Marcel Reed's that dude. After that collapse he had a couple weeks ago, then fixed
Yeah.
it. Hey, Marcel Reed's that dude. Give me A&M.
Yeah, ain't no way Arch accumulate 6 touchdowns 2 weeks in a row, man. He hadn't done it all year. I don't see him starting now.
At least he had the crib. That might be the help. At least he had the crib.
Yeah, exactly. And another rivalry, Ohio State at Michigan.
Get it right. The Ohio State. They tried to trademark the a few years ago.
Right.
I don't care.
I think Bryce Underwood's been good for him all year. The true freshman, he lived up to the hype in the $10 million. How much did they pay him?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think he got 8.
And he lived down the street. That's crazy to me. You had to pay him that much, and he
Right.
lived down the street. But whatever.
Hey, but he's paid out for him a little bit. As a true freshman, he did all he can do, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to take Ohio State in that one.
Michigan, they don't upset them 2 years in a row. Give me Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, probably the best wide receiver duo in the country. So,
without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. Western Kentucky goes to Jack State.
I don't know, man. We tripping, but give me the Cox. we tripping, but give me the Cox, man. Pause.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky, man, just because we need another thing, because I think we're going to be the same way on these next two. But I'll take Western Kentucky, man. And then we got Vanderbilt.
I'm gonna make sure I cut that out too. My employer probably won't like that. I'll make sure I cut that out.
we got Vandy at Tennessee, man.
Give me good old Rocky Top, man. I'm tired of Vanderbilt. I'm getting kind of tired of Vanderbilt, man. Give me good old Rocky Top.
Yeah, I feel you. Them the other 2 teams in the state of Tennessee, I don't even talk about them much, you know what I mean? But hey, I'll rock with Vandy. With Vandy.
Give me good old Rocky Top, man. I'm getting so sick of. I'm getting sick of that 40-year-old man playing quarterback, bro. It's getting annoying. It's getting annoying at this point.
Even though I think Tennessee will win, I'm gonna go with Vandy, man, to go in there and keep 100,000 quiet. But hey, I think Tennessee will win the game. And then Bama travels down.
I don't know, bro.
Jordan Hare.
If you've seen that picture going around that somebody said they was making sacrifices in Jordan Hare for next week, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. We going to Jordan Hare, 9-2, playoff on the line. That's brewing for Alabama to not win. But I'm going with the Tide.
I'm gonna go with the Tide too, but hey, Auburn would like nothing better than to ruin their season.
Because won't this make them bowl eligible, I think? Are they 5 and 6 or are they
they got to win to be bowl eligible, and it would knock Alabama out of the playoffs
and the SEC championship game. So
the championship game. Everything's setting up for Auburn to win.
Oh my god! And then Bama, the offense has been poo the last 5 weeks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But I will say Auburn and the fan base, they're very, very confident right now. So that gives me a little bit of hope too, that they're kind of getting delusional a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, that's what we got, man. That's it.
Hey, it's rivalry week, man. It's a lot of hate going on around in a lot of places. I hope everybody's safe. I hope all your trees and your animals are safe.
Yeah.
If people think we're joking. We're so serious.
Family members and everybody. Hey, as houses is divided in this state around now about this week.
Oh yeah, that started at midnight last night.
Yeah, it started at midnight last night. They'll let it cease for Thursday. They'll all eat Thanksgiving dinner together and all that, but after dinner, they go into separate rooms.
Because everybody they're gonna be playing cards against each other and gonna be talking
Yeah,
trash a little bit. So it's gonna. I think they should play the Iron Bowl on Thanksgiving. I think that's. I think
that'd
didn't
be crazy.
didn't they used to like didn't they used to play the Iron Bowl on Thanksgiving?
I don't know if it plays on Thanksgiving or not, but that would be crazy.
I feel like because somebody pie getting them sweet potato pies and that everybody loves so much, somebody getting one in the face. just,
Yeah.
just don't touch the mac and cheese.
Yeah. Watch your mouth, boy. Now watch your mouth. That's a sacred dish.
That'll get you. That'll get you hurt. That'll get you hurt.
Yeah, you can mess up the turkey before you mess up the mac and cheese. Now,
Don't nobody care about the turkey. It's the dressing and the mac and cheese. Don't nobody care about the turkey.
hey, the dressing, the mac and cheese, and the deviled eggs.
Hey, I'll go to war about. Hey, I'll go to war about the eggs, dog. I'll go to war about the eggs, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, yeah, but hey, that was
football, food, Thanksgiving, Christmas around the corner. The best time of the year, man.
definite, man. Definite.
Can't beat it. Can't really beat it.
Yeah, I'm planning on gaining about 10 pounds, even though my
and then you get to be off work all week too, so you're gonna be chilling.
Yeah. I'm gonna work a little bit, man. I'm gonna run down the court a little bit. I got games on Monday and Tuesday.
I'm gonna make you some pocket change.
And I got to pay for it.
How many turkeys you got to do this year?
Oof.
Ooh, well, at least you got 3 fryers now or 2, so it ain't too bad.
2, yeah.
The third one stopped working or something.
Yeah, one on the bucket.
See, I told y'all we had to get out of here before they started tripping.
Like we made it.
Dad, I don't know if you can see it, but you're tripping, freezing on my screen. Remember to keep Christ first. Keep God in your heart. I love getting to do this with Dad every week. We love you guys. Be kind to one another. And hopefully with these tech issues, we'll see you next week.